It was good.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Mark Allen Lovewell, and sitting right next to me is Molly Conole. It's another Sunday at Sea. Thank you for joining with us on this amazing day. This is
we feel like we're like at a sleepover because we're like staying up so late. This is like it's like an hour later, right?
This is our standard time edition.
That's right.
We're so glad you're here with us. Welcome to us all. All right, guys, we gotta move this.
We've got to move this guy. Way.
Yeah. So it's a big week. This is a big week in Tuesday's election, and we're hoping you go out and vote. Boy, just get out and vote.
Use your right.
That's all you have to do. Right. That's all you have to do, folks. You don't even have to watch this show. You could just go vote. That's the biggest deal of all. Anyway, the weather. We're into autumn. Boy, we're diving into autumn.
We're diving in. But it keeps changing its mind and going back to summer.
I know. Today the temperature was up in the 70s.
Yeah, it was
hot out. I covered a soccer game, but boy, soccer game. It was like shirt sleeves. Anyway, and but it was blowing. It was blowing. Gust to 22. Gust to 24. It was windy. Not a good day for sailing. Though there were a few people who did. Unbelievable. Anyway. Weather is a big deal if you're on a ship.
That's right.
on the poop deck, walking all about. There is the second mate, so steady and so stout. What he is thinking of, he doesn't know himself. But we're wishing that the second mate would strike the bell. Strike the bell, second mate, let us go below. And look well to windward, you can see it's gonna blow. And look at the glass, you can see that it is fell. Well, we're wishing that the second mate would strike the bell. Down on the main deck, working at the pumps, there is the larboard watch a-longing for their bunks. Looking to windward, they see a great swell. Well, they're wishing that the second mate would what?
Strike the bell.
Strike the bell, second mate, let us go below. And look well to windward, you can see it's gonna blow. And look at the glass, you can see that it is fell. Well, we're wishing that the second mate would strike the bell. Forward on the forecastle head, keeping sharp lookout. There is a Johnny, he's ready for to shout. Lights burning bright, sir, and everything is well. Well, he's wishing that the second mate would what? Strike the bell. Strike the bell, second mate, let us go below. And look well to windward, you can see it's gonna blow. And look at the glass, you can see that it is fell. We're wishing that the second mate would what?
Strike the bell.
Aft at the poop, our gallant captain stands, looking to windward, his glasses are in his hands. What he is thinking of, we all know very well. Well, he's thinking more of shortening sail than what?
Striking the bell.
Strike the bell, second mate, let us go below. And look well to windward, you can see it's gonna blow. And look at the glass, you can see that it is fell. Well, we're wishing that the second mate would what?
Strike the bell.
Wishing that the second mate would what?
Strike the bell.
Wishing that the second mate would strike the bell. Alright, I gotta bring this up. If you look at the screen there, my head is getting cropped.
Oh my goodness, we can't be chopping your head off.
Well, they're chopping my head off, but while she's doing that, I just want to talk. She's gonna fix that in a moment.
I'm gonna fix it. Hey, look
There
at
we go.
look at
Just
that.
a little bit of that.
Oh, yeah,
my
that's
God,
better.
we're back in square one.
We're
Here
so
we go.
better. That's so
Doesn't
better.
affect the sound at all.
Yeah, but it's such a better view
The
now.
visual,
It's
visual.
much better. It's much better.
Um,
We gotta say hi. Hey, Carol. Nice
we got
to
any
see
folks
you're
out
here.
there? We're looking for comments. You seeing any comments? Oh my gosh! I hope you all vote. I hope you all vote Tuesday. Got to vote if you haven't already voted. Make sure you vote.
That's
Please
right.
do. This is a big deal. Tuesday. Tuesday morning. There's a lunar eclipse.
Isn't that
Tuesday
cool?
morning around 4:30 in the morning, if you, Eastern Standard Time. You'll have to check locally to find it is, but it's. I know it's way before sunrise, and it's for you and I. It's over at sunrise because when the sun comes up, you won't even be able to see the moon. But the moon is going to go into the Earth's shadow.
Is it a full lunar eclipse?
It's a full moon. A full moon only happens when you have, and a lunar eclipse only happens when you have a full moon. Because you literally have to have the sun, the earth, and the moon is right behind it, right in the shadow. And it's when the moon fades away to like a bright orange, or even a dull orange, maybe slightly brown, maybe slightly red. Don't you ever call it a blood moon. Oh my God, I hate that. Nothing is more offensive than to taking a beautiful moon and calling it a blood moon. Somebody in the media the last 10 years ago started calling it the blood moon, and every one of us cringed at the thought. You cannot associate the beauty of the moon. It's not red. It's just not. It's just somebody in their creative something gave it that name. And it's orange. It's more like a pumpkin.
It's a pumpkin moon.
It's more like a pumpkin.
Oh, I like that.
And even if it is, a dull brown, orange, it's not red.
It's not red.
It's just not.
So a pumpkin moon.
It isn't. I don't find somebody who, anyhow, I don't want to start an argument going across the internet, but simply saying a lunar eclipse is beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah.
And it's stunningly, and it's stillness of the evening. There's no sound.
That'll be cool. That'll be cool to get up early on Tuesday, see the moon, and then go vote.
And it takes a while, so it's just, you don't just go outside and say, oh, that's enough. No, you watch it. You go out alone. Here's the idea. If you want to see it is, of course, before you go to bed Monday night, go out and look at the bright, brilliant full moon. You could do that now. It's brilliant. Almost full moon is Monday night. And then as the hours transform, the moon enters the penumbra at around 3 o'clock in the morning, but vaguely hard to see it. But when it enters the umbra around 4 o'clock, check your local time, 4 o'clock, you actually see the moon going into the shadow of the earth. That's the darkest part, umbra, of the earth. The earth has two shadows. There's the penumbra and the deeper, darker umbra. And if you want to visualize the story that people say, the color of the moon when it's in the earth's shadow is the color of all the sunsets and sunrises going around the earth.
Ooh, that's a cool
Visualize this. If you were standing on the moon looking, you'd see the sun, of course, and then you'd see the earth cross. It would look like the earth crossed in front of the sun. And then, when you looked at the earth, you would see a rim going all the way around the earth. That's the atmosphere. And that's where the moon gets the orange color from all the sunrises and sunsets that are taking place in that moment of time. Isn't that fun?
That's
cool. Just visualize that. Just visualize it. You don't even have to get up in the morning. Just visualize.
Cool.
That
Let's see what
row,
Carol's saying over here.
rim. Are we getting any comments?
Yeah, Carol's saying thanks for explaining it to us, right?
So I'm big on this
Awesome.
stuff. My kids were growing up, when they were cute little kids, we used to take them out and show them a lunar eclipse. And the lunar eclipses are spectacular. They don't cost anything. You don't even have to leave your backyard. You can do it from your home.
That's cool.
You can even, and if you're really tired, like we are tonight, you just look out your window. Now I will say this to you, it's going to be hard looking because the moon will be way up there, because we're talking about, and then as it gets close to the western sky, it will get dark, and it'll be hard to see if you're looking through your window, but if you're outside, you'll see it. And the other part, I'm not finished. This whole show is about the lunar eclipse.
It is? Wait a minute. What script are you going from?
Look at our list
Oh, it's on there.
Look at all these things they're talking about today. In addition, you know how when you stand outside tomorrow night, when you look at the moon, it's so bright, you can hardly see any of the stars around? Because the moon is so bright?
That's true.
Come 4 o'clock in the morning, the moon has lost so much of its brilliance that all the stars come out.
They'll have a chance. Oh, that'll be good.
All the stars, and even the Milky Way. You could even see the Milky Way.
Oh, that's worth getting up for, too.
Now, there's only one thing that could really mess it all up.
Oh, no, don't say it. Don't say it.
Clouds.
Oh, shoot, you said it. All right, so we're gonna hope there's none of
We're
those.
going to hope that wherever you are, please comment. Please give us feedback. We actually have Sunday at Sea has a page, group page on Facebook Live. You could comment or even share the stories with us and comments about this show.
That's right, or even afterwards, go visit the posting on Facebook and tell us if you got up and you saw the lunar eclipse. That'd be fun to hear.
And for some of us, it will be the happiest moment of that whole voting day.
That's right.
It'll be the happiest moment, possibly. Let's hope everybody's okay.
That's right.
I just want to go there, and so.
That's cool.
But anyway, so that's the big deal. Now, there was something yesterday that you saw.
There was a cool thing in the sky,
And she even posted pictures of it.
It was in broad daylight. We didn't even have to get up at 4:30 in the morning. No, it was more like 4:30 p.m. Right? It was late in the afternoon.
We set our clocks back. The sun was still up.
Just kind of barely. It was almost going behind the little hill there.
What'd you see?
I saw a sundog.
You know what a sundog is?
I didn't know what it was called.
She posted it. She posted a picture on Facebook. You can go see it. A sundog. Look it up. It's a beautiful little event that accompanies. It's a weather event.
It was in the cloud. It looked like the beginnings of a rainbow, but it was stuck in the cloud.
So sundog, one word, SUNDOG, and look it up. And what it is it's high altitude. Can you believe I know all this stuff?
He's a weatherman. You're a weatherman.
I love weather. I mean, anybody who has a boat in the water knows this stuff.
Well,
you have to know this stuff. Anybody has a boat in the water, you know these things. A sundog is important. So, what you get in order to get a sundog, you've got to have of course, the sun, clear skies, and high altitude cirrus clouds in the vicinity of the sun. And at I think it's like 30-degree angle. There's an angle. There's a specific angle. You look it up. Mm-hmm. Distance from the sun. And you get this little glowing. It's a sundog. It's a glowing little. It's not as bright. Nowhere near as bright as the sun.
But rainbow colors in it.
And inserted inside of it some rainbow colors.
It was so cool. It was really fun to see that.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
All right. So I want to talk today about something really important. You know what this is?
Oh, I better hold it up closer.
Hold it right up close.
Hold it right up close.
I got another one here. It's
Look
dripping.
At that. Oh, yeah, it's dripping.
You see that?
Yeah,
I don't know, is that too close? Or is that you? Can you see
this
it?
one?
You know what that is? Please comment! Anybody put a comment in? I think your hands are too close.
I think they will.
There, that's about as close.
Is that good? There we go.
Put a comment in. Do you know what this is?
I think they will. There's a little streaming delay.
Anybody commenting?
They will.
Oysters. Oysters.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Oysters. Melissa, you know what we're talking about. Down in the Chesapeake, they get them coming out of their ears.
Oysters.
We got oysters here. Oyster season. Oyster. And I want to read a poem. Let's do a poem. And I'm thinking that this is a good poem for election day. You know, it's a good poem for sharing in the fellowship of hardship and challenge and rising above adversity and being able to move forward in life when things around you aren't easy.
And we know a lot of people that have been in that category lately, and our hearts are with them, and we're thinking about all people are having struggles and
struggle.
It's just
and they prevail. They persist.
Yeah.
They're tenacious. There's something in the soul of their hearts that keeps them going forward. This is a poem called Oyster Jack. It's a poem about a wonderful man. His name is Jack Blake. And I wrote this poem pre-COVID. I wrote this in 2019. It's a tribute to him. He's a man that had adversity when he was a young man, when he was a child. When you're a young person, you know, when somebody puts something, a wall in front of you, it makes life hard. You gotta prevail. You gotta go beyond it. And Jack did.
I want to hear. I love this poem.
Well, it was just a little more introduction.
Oh, okay.
So I'll just say Jack is one of our beloved oyster fishermen, oyster farmers here on Martha's Vineyard. He runs an operation called Sweet Neck Oysters from Martha's Vineyard, and you can order his oysters from the vineyard and get them delivered to you anywhere in the country.
That's
anywhere
cool.
And he has customers all over the country, mostly restaurants. His oysters are sweet.
You know, you tasted.
And when he was a kid, he came down with polio, and it took the usual muscles or whatever out of his shoulder and his arm, but he prevailed. And today he's beloved. He's a man who saw hard times when he was a young man and he rose above them. And he's beloved around the country. Not just for his oysters, though that's certainly a major part of it, but he's a lovable man. And 2 weeks ago I had a chance to read the poem to him. Well, he read it, I shared it with him. So just bear, it's only 1 page long. It's called Oyster Jack. His midden, his reach covers the country, from Maine to Oregon and Florida, by the way. Oyster Jack knows his knife, his dredges, his baskets, salt and pepper sideburns, hot chilies and horseradish. His knives aren't sharp. It's the man's hands that do the cutting. With more push and shove than a wheelbarrow of culch, Oyster Jack is well known around the water and the town. As a child, his dreams of baseball, running the bases, were taken away. Polio grabbed his arm and shoulder, grabbed his childish ways. He grew fast. He took to other skills. His spirit, his dreams kept on growing, though a journey of a different kind. Oyster Jack kept moving, building houses, building a return of friends. The oysters came naturally to him. They became his friend. They were young, they were old, and hard. Oyster Jack was hard too, his own shell, protecting his childish ways. The shellfish beds, the muddy dark silt, the plastic and wire cages filled. The phone kept ringing, folks wanting more oyster. Filled recordings on the answering machine. The area codes grew longer. Oyster Jack cleaned up nice for a trip to Washington, to New York, to even the Chesapeake Bay. Oyster Jack's name was familiar. Beyond the picture, the story, to most it was all about salty, sweet taste. Oyster Jack's own words at the dinner table. Finest kind. There you go.
Aww. That is so nice.
So let's make a toast.
We gotta have a toast.
We have a toast to Oyster Jack and every one of you out there who's risen above something
That's
hard
right.
and made your shell tough, made
That's
your
right.
life tough.
Mm-hmm.
And now here's to you.
I see Toby's joined us too. Hey, Toby. Nice to see you.
Is he, you see him there? Is
Toby's here
Toby's
too.
with us. Oh my gosh, he's a wonderful man too. All right, so let's see here. Leave Virginia. Well, we got a good show tonight. We're not finished. You think we're done? No. Times are hard and our wages low. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. And the grub was bad and the winds did blow. And it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. While the voyage is done and the gales do blow. And it's time for us to leave her. What did he say? He said, leave her, Johnny, leave her. We can go ashore and we'll take our pay. And it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. While the voyage is done and the gales do blow. And it's time for us to leave her. Wow. Sails are furled and our work is done. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. We can go ashore and we'll have some
fun.
And it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. While the voyage is done and the gales do blow. And it's time for us to I bet you Melissa's surprised when I talk about Oyster Jack selling his oysters in the Chesapeake.
Yeah, that's cool.
Isn't that amazing? It's true.
That's
true.
Because
I heard I was all about it when he came back. He went to Washington D.C. to sell his oysters. Can you believe it? It's like going to Newcastle with coal. I was thinking the Chesapeake is the center of the universe when it comes to oysters.
Right.
But I don't know. Anyway, it's a great story.
It's a great story. Another great story is where you got those oysters from. That's a great story too.
Right? See, is that part of our shout out yet?
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah. That's right, we're already there.
Well, we're not already there. I was skipping ahead. Oh boy.
We will. Shout out. Well, we want to shout out the oysters that I have here, and I have already had a couple. I eat them raw. If you eat raw, please put a comment in there. We want to see you. Not everybody eats oysters raw.
I had them recently. It was good. I was surprised.
They're delicious.
Yeah.
They're delicious. Anyhow, we got those oysters earlier this week. We went and visited Bill and Mo McKay.
What a treat.
They live on the Mashpee River, Cape Cod.
A beautiful place. Beautiful.
And there are oysters all around them. Maybe they aren't as many as there used to be, or there were years ago.
But they had a few nice ones, and they were so sweet to share.
And they loaded us up.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to shout out to them. We want to shout out to them for lots of reasons. They're beloved, and they frequently, certainly Bill, will comment with the show. So if you stick around, you watch the show tonight, come back and look at the comments on Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday, and you'll find all these amazing people who jump in and give their comments.
People who come back. That's
who
right.
come back.
Or watch the.
They leave their comments. And Bill doesn't always watch the show, but he watches it the next day, and he'll comment and give us feedback. And Bill is beloved.
Yes, and so is
we give him a big shout out. Not just because you gave me oysters. So that's pretty close. You want to get on my warm side. You want to get on my nice side. Talk shellfish.
That's right.
Fish. Sailing. And Bill and I talk sailing all the time. So anyway, so now here's your thing.
Oh yeah, well, except we make sure we jump back to where we were.
Oh, we're gonna do
before
that
I
one.
jumped ahead.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, that's right.
We got a little Irish tune to do for you.
Oh yeah, let's do
One that
this
we
one.
love.
Oh yeah, we
I
gotta.
love this one. It's fun. Let's wake up this little thing here. There we go.
I'm trying to memorize. Oh,
Well, let's do it this way.
trying to memorize
it's
this.
much
When I get
nicer.
this memorized, we're all gonna be better.
Oh, I just heard a ferry boat. Not sure if y'all heard it, but
Did you hear the ferry boat horn?
I've been doing an impromptu survey of the ferry boat whistles on the island.
Oh,
And-
please tell them
And
about
that
it.
one just there was the island home. I could tell because it played 3 notes. It was a minor chord in the first inversion for music geeks out there.
Isn't that fun? I mean, some of you folks live in, there's a railroad track nearby and you hear the trains coming and going. We live here in a harbor.
And you hear the ferry boats.
We hear the
Not
ferry
all
boats
the
coming and
time.
going.
When
They're
it's
supposed
dark,
they're supposed to toot their horn before they leave.
I think they don't do it so much in the daytime when it's nice
They're
weather.
supposed to.
But
I don't know, we go around and spank their wrist.
that's right.
Slap their wrist.
But that one was the island
We're
home.
not going
I
to go
could
too
tell.
fast on this. It's
No,
gonna be
no,
Here we
no.
go.
But we like this one. It's good.
Right. You're going to love this.
1, 2, here we go.
I have to throw in those extra notes
Yeah,
to remind the audience that this is not a recording.
that's right. It's obligatory.
We're doing it live.
Yeah.
This is a live show.
It's very important. It's very important. We gotta keep it real.
We gotta keep it
Keep
real.
it real.
Want anybody thinking, oh my God, this sounds so good, there must be a recording. No, Mark, I can tell Mark is not live. Mark is not recorded.
We're keeping it real.
Molly sounds like she's a recording.
Oh, yeah, no.
Molly sounds, but Mark brings reality to it. There's really no talent here at all. We're just pretending.
Yeah, no, totally. But speaking of recordings, we have news, right? We have news.
Oh, you want to share with them this most important news?
Yeah, well.
Only you can tell it.
Well, I can tell one thing, and you could tell something else. But I'll tell the news about every every week I'm trying to have something new on our website. We announced our website a couple of weeks ago. Here it is again, the mollyandmark.com. There it is.
Hold it steady.
Oh, let's see. Did I do it? Did I do it okay?
Yeah, you're doing all right.
mollyandmark.com. If you go to the website, you'll see something new again this week. Last week I put a few things in the store. Now the store has all the albums that you've done, all the recordings that are awesome, and the recordings that I've done, and our joint recording.
She's been busy.
Yeah.
Don't ever think for a moment that we're a bunch of lazy bums who don't do anything until the Sunday show comes on.
Well,
She is so busy.
You're busy too. We're busy. We're busy.
But you also can tell them you've been in the recording studio too.
Well, that's true. That's true. We got
We're
another
gonna
thing we'll
we're gonna
add
have news
soon.
later. We're gonna have news later.
Yeah, news later. We'll be adding a new thing soon. So keep your eyes peeled. We'll keep telling you. That's right.
There are two things I just want to say. All right, I want to say this is important because it's. I want to shout out to the Patreon supporters who are with us, who continue to support us, and those that have supported us and are no longer supporting us. There's a little community. It's not a big community of people who actually contribute some money every month to help support what Molly and I do. What Molly and I do for you, just to be truthful about it, is it costs money to run these programs. I have a monthly fee so that I can get you this best.
The streaming and the
Best
good
streaming.
sound. Mm-hmm.
And we have related expenses and whatever. So, but our Patreon supporters give us the support we need to help us do it.
It's very much appreciated.
And it really is, and really is. You're real people. You're real people. I just will say that Bill and Mo McKay are wonderful Patreon supporters. We love them, you know.
Yep. And the rest of you, you know who you are too, and thank you very much.
Truly, and thank you. And then the second thing I want to shout out is, I know I did this 2 weeks ago. I don't think I did it during the Halloween show. Is that I'm getting an unbelievable amount of attention in Canada.
Isn't that cool? Toby, have you been spreading the word?
Toby, is this because of you? I don't. There's a whole bunch of people.
Happy to give you credit.
There's a whole bunch of people across Canada who are listening to my songs, streaming songs. And these are old songs. These aren't the new ones. These aren't the... Anyhow,
They're just finding them. Isn't that cool?
And what's really true, and what's really just wonderful about this whole thing is that when you hear me talk on Sunday morning about a community, it really is a community here.
It's really
Divided by oceans, divided by waters and trees, and divided by politics too, for sure. Divided by all kinds of this and that. But we're all together.
We can all come together for good music, that's for sure.
For an hour. Each Sunday night.
That's very special. That'd be a nice little microcosm for the world, right? Just sing. We can all get along. Are we doing this way? This one? No. Nope. Oh, what are we talking about? Rolling home?
Cable running It is time to bid adieu. Happy times we've spent together. Happy times we've spent with you. Rolling home, rolling home, rolling home across the sea. Rolling home. Round Cape Horn, one frosty morning, and the sails were full of snow. Like those sheets and pulling those halyards, let her off and let her go. Rolling home, rolling home, rolling home across the sea. Rolling home. Thank you for being with us this week. What a show. I think we did alright. It's just daylight savings transition. It's just,
It's a
I don't know how
toughie.
you folks feel.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
But
man.
have a good week.
It's bedtime, right?
We'll be better next week.
we'll
We'll be feeling better next week.
Yeah.
Many thousand miles in a gone. Many thousand miles to go. The ocean lips are whispering us to that depth. Remember rolling home, rolling home, rolling home across the sea. Rolling home to Martha's Vineyard. Rolling home, near God to be. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah. Thank
You're
you.
wonderful, all of you. Look at all those comments.
I'm gonna be having one of those rolling home little prayers
Oh,
in
yeah.
my head next week. So if y'all can send them my way, think of me. I'll be rolling
Oh,
home
here's the
1,000 miles.
I'm doing the show alone next week.
I'll be driving up from Florida next Sunday. So a week from
Yeah, with
today,
some
I'll be
of her-
rolling. I'll be rolling home.
with her mom's belongings.
That's right. My
Her late
sister and I.
mom's belongings
You know,
coming
my sister
back.
and I have a big job.
So we got to support Molly here. She's got a big trip ahead of her the next days ahead. But I'm going to do the show next Sunday.
We all know how capable you are.
Well, there are going to be a couple of people that are going to say, wondering what happened to Molly. So we're giving you an advance notice. We're okay. She and I get along. We're still getting along. We're still getting along.
Still getting along.
But when you tune in next Sunday, it's just me. Don't get any
It'll
ideas.
be awesome.
She has a
You're
mission.
so
She
good.
has a very challenging, lot of work to do in the next week.
That's right.
And we're going to be thinking of her.
So
and
thank
all
you.
that she has to do. She's going to be driving by your house.
Yeah. Away
All our
along the
Chesapeake
way.
friends. Melissa,
right.
she's driving by you.
That's right.
She's on her way home.
away from Route 95.
That's right. That's right. So anyway, thank you everybody for joining with us. What a great
Take
show.
care,
What a
everybody.
great,
Everybody have a
it was
good week.
Sleepy edition of the Sunday at Sea.